Hey horror fans, thanks for joining me for this review of Betaal. Alright, don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I'll get into that in a second. But some of the cast and crew information is down below, and I will read the IMDb plot real quick. A remote village becomes the arena of a breathless battle when an undead East Indian Company officer and his battalion of zombie redcoats attack a squad of modern day soldiers. Alright. So yeah, this is yet another zombie series. Yes, I've fallen into the zombie trap yet again and again. Korean zombies, now American zombies, and now, well, set in India, these are actually British zombies. I'll get in that in a second here. So a little bit tricky here. Again, I don't know if I pronounce the title is right or not, but it's Betaal. And it is on Netflix. Hopefully, I'm getting that correct. As you guys know, I get confused with the Amazon Netflix thing all the time. But I believe this one is Netflix. And this is a very short series. I was kind of surprised that it was only 4 episodes. I don't know if there's more planned or not. I didn't really look to see if there was more coming in the future. I kind of figured, at 4, that's kind of short. So maybe I'm a little concerned that maybe it didn't go as well as they planned and they just cut it there. Or, maybe it was just a high production cost just to produce the 4, and, maybe there'll be some more coming down the road. I don't know. So either way, they do give you a little bit to talk about, and since it was only 4 episodes, I kind of debated back and forth whether to even talk about this or not. But I decided to do it anyway. Basically, a lot because of these zombies that are presented here. But let's talk, before I get into that, let's talk a little bit about the story here. Basically, you have a company here, a guy's running a company, and he's trying to get the workers to open up, I guess, this hole in this mountain or something, in order to find the treasure, or I forgot exactly what it was, that he's ultimately in search of. But he's trying to get, through to the other side of this cave and so forth. And let's say that there's people who live by in the nearby neighborhood. They believe in the curse. There's a curse. They don't want this doorway to be opened. They believe that if it does, there's going to be this curse that's going to be open and come out and haunt everybody in the area and maybe even the world. So they kind of, put up a fight. These are not, well-equipped people. They do what they can. And one or two of them kind of have a I don't know, a supernatural kind of trick up their sleeve or two, but nothing that's really going to stop these soldiers. So the guy, he sees that his workers are being stopped, so he calls in these military soldier police. They say police here, but they're to me they look more like military. But I guess it's different in different parts of the world. So again, this is in India, and so they come and they do what they do. They clear the path and they get rid of these people. Some in easy means and others by force. But regardless, they end up ultimately opening this doorway, and yeah, bad stuff happens as you'd expect. Some good fun stuff in a bad way. There's an ultimate bad guy here. I forgot his name. Yeah, presenting a terrible review, not even knowing these people's names and stuff. But I did see this a couple of weeks ago, so bad excuse. But anyway, there is a bad force here, and it's a curse that basically it's unleashed, and these zombie. I saw. I got turned on to watching this because I saw somebody else review it, and they mentioned it as vampire zombies like series, and that kind of interests me, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. So yeah, they're not your typical zombies, but they're not your typical vampires, so that might be a good way to describe them. Maybe they have a little bit of both in them. So again, maybe this is not your straight zombies like I had just did a video review for Black Summer. Those are regular zombies. I've done, zombies in Kingdom and Rampant, which are from South Korea, but those were zombies. So these are not full out, just straight out zombies. They may have some zombie-like qualities to them, but they also might have some vampire-like qualities to them. So I'm not really sure what they actually are. Maybe I should have done some more research. Maybe I will if they bring it back. But I thought whatever they did was very interesting. Mostly because they end up being redcoats. So if you know anything about the history of India, the British were involved over there for a long time in history. So these are soldiers, and they look very soldier-like, and they got these very like glowing eyes, and I thought they were pretty cool looking, and very creepy. And if you flipped it around and you told me they were stupid looking, I wouldn't argue with it. I guess it's a weird way of going with it. I guess, in some of the shots, you're kind of like, oh, that's dumb. But then in other shots, they can make them look pretty darn outright creepy. So it's really them that kind of got me hooked. Again, it's only 4 episodes. You have to sit through, a little bit of character nonsense here or there. But once you see these soldier-like things, I don't know. I was kind of mesmerized by them. I was like, I have to see more of these. I want to see more of these. I want to see where they go with these whatever the hell they are, zombies, vampires, combination, whatever these creatures are. I don't know. There was just something about them. Maybe it was the eyes. I thought it was fascinating that they were like British soldiers. At one point, they seek safety in like this. I don't know. I don't even want to call it. It's not a house. Just another, I guess, building there, and they close all the doors, and so they're kind of safe inside for the time being. But they have this one soldier out in the distance, and kind of like in some of the old armies you see, and he's playing the drums, and he just keeps playing the drums, and the army of them are out there somewhere hiding, but he's just there all alone, and he's playing the drums, and you see one of the guys, he's getting very annoyed by it, so he goes out, he shoots it, and of course it stops for a second, but they're not really killing these things. It comes back to life or gets back up, and he starts playing the drums again, and then more of them appear. And I just thought it was a really, really creepy scene, well done, and it's very simple, but just because of them and the way they look, and then just having it just stand there and be whatever creature it is, but it's just playing the drums, was just really cool. I don't know, it was just, there's just something about them, and that's really the reason why I'm bringing this. Not, again, this is only 4 episodes here. The characters are okay. There's a lot of character drama. There's the guy who unleashed this all, and he has his reasons. His family's there too, his wife, his daughter. There's more about the curse. You find out, there's people that, like I said, there's people that are from this area, who believe in the curse, know what's happening, know what these things are after and what they want to do. Basically, they're all intertwined as well. Like I said, I don't remember the name of the main bad guy here, the main bad source here, but there's really one bad evil, and I guess that evil spreads amongst them all. So if you hurt one, they all feel the same pain. So that's a little fascinating in a way. Like at one point they start burning some of the creatures, and then you see another creature and you can see that it feels it. So that's kind of interesting as well. So there's a lot going on with these creatures. zombie, vampire, whatever the hell you want to call them. There's a lot surrounding them. There's a lot about them, and that is really why, even in the shortness, I think there was full 50-minute episodes, almost an hour episodes, even though there's only 4 of them. They're really the reason to watch this, and why I really hope they bring this back in some way, some form. I want to know more about them. I want to see them more in action. I don't know, there's some things that come along that you kind of get fascinated by. So maybe I'm not really fascinated by some of the characters and so forth. Not that they're bad or anything like that, but I'm just really fascinated by these creatures, whatever you want to call them, zombie, vampires, whatever. This British returned undead British army, and whatever they have to bring to the table. I want to see more of them. I want to see what they do. I want to see what they can do as a unit together, and where they go with it. So, I'm really fascinated by them, to say the least. But again, you have the main guy who opened the cave, his wife, a little girl. Little girl actually ends up being a little bit more involved, and you find out that the main bad guy kind of wants her for a reason. And when people can be turned also, kind of like the zombie thing. It's just kind of the zombie, the whole zombie thing. You get bit, you get turned in one of them, but also almost in a vampire way, where you can be hypnotized into being to doing whatever the bidding is of a vampire. So you get to see almost a little bit of combination of that as well. So again, there's a lot going on here. And I don't mind a comment, combining 2 things like that, it can be interesting, and why not, why not see other, horror realm, creatures, combined. We see the ridiculousness sometimes on sci-fi, where, you get, shark, snake, and octopus, shark, and all those crazy things. So why not do a little bit of combining of a vampire and a zombie, and you never know what else you get. We've seen it here or there, but why not explore that? And I think they do that a little bit here. I guess I should go back and maybe do a little bit more research on this and what it's all about. But I guess I might do it if I find out that they're going to do more episodes. If not, it was fun while it lasted, and presented at least something I enjoyed. So, at the end of the day, I would say at least check this out, to at least check out these creatures. If you don't really like them and you don't care, then maybe after the first episode or 2, you don't even want to bother watching it. But it's only 4 episodes, so what it is. But I'm gonna give it 3 pools of blood. I know that kind of goes above my rankings, especially for something so short. And I know I gave another zombie thing that I reviewed here a little bit lesser of a thing, just because I wanted to see more of what's going on. But I guess the three pools of blood mostly goes for these creatures. It's mostly about them. Maybe not the story, maybe not about anything else, more than 3 pools of blood for whatever it is that they've created here with these creatures. So maybe it's not 3 pools of blood for the series, maybe not 3 pools of blood for the acting or the characters or anything like that. It's mainly 3 pools of blood for these British undead army that they created here, because I was fascinated by them for several reasons, as you can tell. So I guess I basically could have come on and just said, hey, these are cool creatures, and check them out. But instead I've rambled on all this time. So yeah. So with that, I'll end this, and hopefully you guys can check out these creatures, and let me know what you guys think. If you've watched this, seen this, or checked out the creatures, tell me, am I wrong? Are they stupid? Or are they really cool? Or maybe you're undecided? Anyway, subscribe to the channel, more video reviews. Hopefully, others with a lot more substance than just how much I like creatures. horrorsquaredreviews.blogspot.com. You can find that link below. You can find more video reviews there as well as written reviews too. Social media down below as well. Hit me up. you can talk about this, other movies, other series, whatever, as long as it's horror related. I'm happy to talk about it. If you have something you want me to review, yeah, hit me up there too, and I can see if I can make it happen. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys on the next review, and hopefully it will not be zombies, but I can never promise you that, because I've already found out there's another zombie series out there that I'm interested in checking out. So we'll see what happens, but I'll catch you on the next review, horror fans.